Good morning. It's now precisely 3:30 and I've just finished my night shift. I was listening to music, so I'm just not out to get energy to unwind. So I'm going to take the liberty of, I said I was going to do a follow-up video. I can't remember even what it was about last time. But I'm going to, I know, it was when I was coming back from training on Tuesday. I was going to do a follow-up video. And right, so I'm going to take the liberty. I hope this doesn't freeze, but if it freezes, still bear with me because it does continue recording. I think it freezes because it's so cold out here. Right, so I'm going to take the liberty of addressing a few topics, and I'm going to be discussing, first of all, people who are following on Facebook and on YouTube will see that at the minute I'm dealing with the consequences of mother. So basically, I'm going to begin by saying that I don't actually have any problems. My life would be perfect, but what I am dealing with are the problems of other people. So if you follow my posts, if you listen to my videos, you will hear me talking about problems that are not my own. Actually, I'm out here and I've got my face covered in pseudo cream, so I'm probably scared of motorists, but who cares? It's night time. Right, so I'm going to address that first. So I'm dealing with other people's problems. None of these problems are mine. Right, at the minute I'm perfect peace, but like I said, I'm out here unwinding because I was in there listening to dancehall music while I was sewing, and I always need to unwind when I've been listening to music before I can sleep. Right, so the reason I'm dealing with other people's consequences is because, and this is going to lead into the next thing that I'm going to talk about, whereas I choose, and I've been choosing for many years now, to practice personal and self-development. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit. Be ye therefore perfect. I take that very seriously, and I've been practicing this for many years. But there are people whose problems I'm dealing with, people's problems and consequences, who just choose to live, who just choose to follow the natural order as established by humans, society's norms, and so forth. Now, yesterday when I was culling, when I say culling, I was sort of like removing some contacts, and there was one contact that I unfollowed on Instagram and deleted the numbers. And so some people know who I'm talking about when I say world's most perfect man. But the thing is, the world's most perfect man is a liability. The reason he is a liability is that we do not share the same belief system. Not that I need anybody to believe as I believe, but, and I'm going to come back to this shortly, I'll come back to that, but I'm going to continue with what I was saying about people who choose to just live rather than develop. I've inherited a lot of their problems. But that's why I'm sleeping on my sister's sofa. I'm not sleeping on my sister's sofa. My stuff isn't packed up in her garage. I'm not working out of her living room because of anything I've done. It's because I've inherited her consequences. So, long story short now, everything is coming to a head because everybody who believed mother's lies, well, I don't know how they must be feeling, but they must be feeling particularly stupid. Yeah, all of them who believe the lies, like I said to the social worker in an email today, the best thing she ever did was give everything to that stranger woman that she picked up off the street. I'll keep calling her that. That's the best thing she did, because now my sister's there and she has carers, and basically I'm there looking after her 24/7. She's left nothing for her. So now people, because people love money, people understand money. One of the reasons nobody's helped us. When I say helped us, not me, it's my sister who needs help, I keep reiterating, is because they love their money and they want to keep all their money for themselves. So they understand money and they understand the hardship of somebody giving away all their money to a stranger. So I'm quite amused by that, because I'm not one who loves money. I don't love material things. They serve a purpose, but I'm not attached to them in that kind of way. So for me, this whole thing where I'm waging war, and it is a war, it's not about the money. I'm only doing it for the hell of it. And I might, people might think, why would you be doing that for the hell of it? Well, part of my development, I need to try out my weapons. I need to see if I can conceive a plan and follow it through. And so far, so good. I tell people that I'm wicked, but I can switch it on and off. I choose when I want to be wicked. Right? And I don't pretend to be nice. I mean, my default setting comes across as nice, but I am, when I want to be, I'm very, very wicked. But I've never picked on any innocent person. I'm wicked when it comes to meting out justice. That's all, but it's not like I don't tell people. So here we are now, and I've made videos where first social worker came. I wasn't well. She called me a liar. Never met this woman before. She called me a liar. Second social worker comes along, one I'm dealing with at the moment. He, mother's in his ear, views me with complete suspicion, no respect, so forth, so on. The agency, mother's ringing them up, telling them all sorts of lies about me. I'm starving and I'm abusing my sister. They believe her. They have the carers checking me out, checking my sister to see if she's eating, if there's any bruises or anything on her. Mother's ringing other people, and of course they all believe her. What a slap in the face, now that I've broadcasted it far and wide, that she left nothing for my sister. She left everything to that complete stranger. What a slap in the face. Do you know how funny that is to me? Right? So it's not so much I'm looking for revenge because of how people have behaved towards me, but that's what happens. You see, with a little bit of discernment, you can work out what's what, if you really want to. But it's easy to fall for the old feelings and emotions play, which is what mother does. She sheds tears and all of that. And for some reason people think that the one shedding the tears is the victim, as opposed to the victimizer. So let that be a lesson. Right, so anyway, embarrassment all around. And here I am still standing. I did have to go out in the early hours this morning to recover my energy because I was going to have a long day and like a training session and I had to play catch up on the work. So what I've just done, the night shift that I was supposed to do last night, but I was exhausted. I just completed that. So here I am. I'm just walking. I'm going to turn back shortly. But right, so that's that. So big major slaps all around. And so here's what I'm going to come into what I really, really, really want to talk about. A couple of days ago, some woman, Kalisha T. Harris, her name is, on Facebook, responded to a comment that I posted, Hi Claire, on Claire's post on Facebook. And the post was something about Christians, former Christians walking away because, faith requires that you suspend truth, words to that effect. And they've walked away, not because they want to sin, but they've walked away because they want to be able to think freely. And I thought, what a load of hogwash, because I know a lot of Christian people, in fact, ones who still go to church and ones who've walked away. The ones who walk away, when they walk away, they leave God behind, like this Kalisha T. Harris. Doesn't believe in God and she likes to go about mocking people. So anyway, she pitched up and was challenging me. So then she came by way of trying to insult me. And I've said from time to time I will just come out and just say straight up that I'm superior. And people look at that and straight away you think you're better than other people. I've just said that for decades I've been practicing healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit. How do you think I've managed to keep going with no help, unlimited sleep, living and working in the living room? How do you think I managed to do that with mother telling lies, with other people accusing me of all sorts of things? How do I keep going when I have no support? You see, it's because of the development. And at no point have I gone to God and said, oh God, please help me. I'm going through so much I can't take it. God doesn't come into the equation. The way I deal with God, it's about other things. About my skin, my hair, the aging process. These are the things that I bother God about. I bother Him about, you are God. You are perfect. You have said that we should be perfect like you. Sort it out. That's the level that I talk to God. I go to Him crying, oh, please help me, give me money, give me this, give me that. None of that. It doesn't come into it. Right, so with all my dealings with people, at no time have I ever gone to God and asked Him to help me. But then you will get all the religious folks, the Christians and other such types. Oh, God will bless you. I'm praying for you. I'm thinking of you. Give your sister my love, all of this. And at no point have they lifted a finger. In fact, let me turn back now. In fact, some of them are running scared. The way that I've been, actually, I'd say I'm wicked. And I've purposely called some of the weaker Christians and or messaged them. I have not responded. They haven't responded because they too believed that I was well, not so much a dodgy person, but that mother must have had cause to be behaving like that. They're running scared. Not one person is able to stand with me and say, right, I'm going to help you fight this fight. I am doing it all single-handedly. And the reason I can do it is because I'm prepared for the fight. And that's why I say I'm doing it for the hell of it. That's what I said to Natalie, the woman that mother picked up off the street. That's what I said to her. I said I'm going to skewer her just for the hell of it. I will report back how that goes. Anyways, yes, so when I say that I'm superior, I mean it literally. If it's a bit like an athlete. If somebody's trained all their life to play sports, you've never done any training. If that person says they're superior, or other people say that person's a superior runner, are you really going to put yourself forward and say that, no, they're not, they're just being arrogant, they're a narcissist, because that's what sometimes people say. Even this Kalisha T. Harris labeled me a narcissist, as some people do. So, because you know who you are, and you're not afraid of declaring it. I mean, when I say I'm superior, I do it by way of cutting to the chase, to give people an opportunity to just come out and say whatever they want to say. So in her case, I'm a narcissist, I'm paranoid, I'm delusional, etc. Because she used to be a Christian and she doesn't believe in God. But that's the whole point. When they leave the religion, they leave God. Because they never knew God, they never had a relationship with him. And that's the problem. So it's on this basis that people judge me. So this is why I'm glad of this situation, because a lot of people have been slapped in the face. Because all along, especially like family members, all along, all my life, I've been judged by them. I've always known who I am. I don't pretend to be anybody else. I don't try to be anybody else other than myself. But, the chickens have come home to roost now. And it'd be, not so much to be a fly on the wall, but it would be interesting what level of shame people are feeling. Because I'm still standing, I'm still the same as I was yesterday, the day before, and it's today that we found out that, it was yesterday, that there is no trust fund. Still the same, no problem. Right, so like I said, I don't have any problems, but I'll go back and I'll say I deleted all contacts with world's most perfect man, because we have different belief systems, and that could cause a problem. Because when you're involved with, this is why I said I'm done with humans, because the liability factor. Because this society nowadays tells us it's okay to not be okay, and all sorts of things like that, and I strongly disagree. We're supposed to be working to overcome our weakness. Our weakness is not embrace them, right? So not embrace them like there's some kind. It's virtuous to have a mental illness or two or whatever, right? So I don't support that. So I keep away from that sort of thing, or those types of people. So if somebody's got a different belief system to you, it can cause a problem. So I just decided, well, I don't actually need anybody in my life. I'm planning, I'll see what my energy levels are in the evening, but I'm actually planning to go out tonight. Tonight being Friday, now being Friday morning, to tonight, Friday night. But we'll see how that one works out. I'm not going to be ringing anybody and be asking them, do you fancy going out? I'm going to go by myself, and when I'm done, I'll walk back by myself, just as I'm walking now. You see, that's true independence. So, if, for example, you're tied together with someone and they're afraid of everything, you can't walk the streets so late, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're forbidden, you're forbidden to do this, that, the other. You, in some way, are a captive to that person. So, I mean, I'm not talking like husband-wife relationships or anything like that exclusively. I'm just talking about anything, even like within the family. For example, like my sister realizes now that I'm not at all who she thought I was. But that's only because she's trapped with me these past 2.5 years. So she knows me as I am. She knows me as I actually am. And I said to her yesterday, if you think the way I'm behaving now is anything, I have several more levels that I can go to. Right, so let's just say they all thought they were better than me. That's how they behaved. And it's a thing where you've done nothing to improve your standards as a human being. But yet, you dare. I'm not talking about my sister, I'm talking about everybody, the likes of Kalisha T. Harris, who's never had a relationship with God, who doesn't believe in him, who thinks I'm mad. And, you dare bring your dirty, low-down standards to my door and judge me by them. Right? I don't judge people by my standards because I know what my standards are. And I know that if the individuals haven't done the work, it would be an unfair measure. So I judge people by the standard. Like, for example, if you're in business, you're supposed to be professional. You at least need to be professional. Right? So that's how I judge the standards. So if you're not professional, I won't do business with you. Simple. But when it comes to life, I'm very particular. I'm not attached to anybody. I don't allow people to attach themselves to me. It might seem like when I say I'm not attached to anybody, you might think, well, you're attached to your sister. I'm not. I'm there with her, but I'm just there to keep her alive, make sure she's got everything she wants, make sure nobody comes and administers anything to her, such as the vaccine, when she doesn't want it, make sure she doesn't go in a care home. I'm just basically there like security. But my life is my own, and I do have perfect peace. It's just ever so often my energy gets contaminated by the crap that I have to deal with as a consequence of other people bringing stuff to my door. So, like I said, with this woman, I am going to skewer her. I'm going to destroy her. And I'm going to do that because of her audacity. You don't know me from anywhere, and you're making up a fake trust fund, and in fact implicating the social worker. So